Hello, welcome again to this platform. Today I will be sharing with you more principles that I believe can help you in your journey of becoming the best version of who God created you, or your journey to grow spiritually, professionally, mentally, and socially. And today we'll be sharing some key principles that I think they are very, very fundamental in our growth, in our personal development. The first principle I want to share with us is that toddlers do not receive gifts or presents because they are matured. They just receive it because they are present. You know, most often in life, there are times that we think because we have gifts and we have talents, that makes us mature. Gifts and talents are not necessarily signs of maturity because, of course, toddlers receive gifts. You know, when you have a newborn baby, people bring gifts and presents. Even when Christ was born, the wise men, they brought gifts. You know, so we have gifts and talents oftentimes that have just been bestowed upon us based on the assignment and the calling that is upon our lives, based on the reason and the purpose or the assignment for which God created us. He gives us those gifts. That does not mean that we are mature. We still have to grow to maturity. Gifts and talents are not enough. We need to grow spiritually. We need to grow mentally. We need to grow psychologically. So let us not be confused gifts and talents for maturity. Yes, you can fine-tune your gifts, you can fine-tune your talent, but that should not make you think that because you have a gift, you are matured. As a matter of fact, the gifts that we have, especially our natural gifts, most of those gifts, we were born with them. They just we came along with them. We were born with those gifts. Yes, we can credit you for fine-tuning the gift. We can credit you for polishing the gift, working on the gift. But we should not confuse gifts and talent as signs of maturity. We still have to work on ourselves. We still have to work on our mannerism. We still have to work on our attitude. We still have to work on certain attitudes, So, yeah, gifts and talents are not enough. We have to add something, and we have to add character. We have to add maturity to our gifts and to our talents. The second principle I'll be sharing with you today is that doing something for 100 years does not necessarily make you an expert. You know, you can be doing something for so many years, and oftentimes because we have done things for so many years, we conclude that we are now a subject matter expert in that area. You know, it's possible that you can do something for 30 years, but you've been doing that thing wrongly. You know, oftentimes people will tell you, I've been doing these things for years. I've been doing these things for 30 years. I've been doing these things for all my life. It's possible that you can be doing something for the rest of your life. You can be doing something for 50 years, for 100 years, but you're doing that thing wrongly. So doing something for 100 years does not mean that you have been doing it right. So we should not confuse longevity to expertise. We should not think that because we have been doing something for that long makes us subject matter experts or make us expert in that field. And oftentimes people who don't want to grow, they can use that. Oftentimes they use that as an excuse to stop other people from growing, other people from exercising their own gifts and their own know-how, because they'll use that as an excuse to say, well, I've been doing these things for 30 years, I've been doing these things for 50 years. You are just a newcomer, you don't know how it operates, you don't know how it works. You know, sometimes it's true, longevity has its place, but we should not use that as an excuse, because there are newcomers who are willing to learn, and because they put their mind in something, they can even learn faster than people who have been in a place for so long. The third principle actually comes from the second principle, and it simply says that rocks and trees, most of the rocks and trees we see, they have been here even before we were born. and the explanation is that being in a place for so long does not necessarily mean that you know it all, because you can be in a place for even 50 years, but you know nothing about that place. It's possible that you can be in this world for 100 years, but you don't know much about this world. Just being in a place doesn't make you an expert. There are trees and rocks that have been here even before we were born, but there are things that we even know. We know more than those trees and more than those rocks, because we have been able to study. We have that ability to exercise our muscles, and our muscles grow. Our brain can actually grow. We can actually grow. Trees and rocks don't go to school, but we go to school. So trees and rocks don't read books, but we read books. They don't watch news, but we watch news. So being in a place for a long period of time does not necessarily make you an expert. And so the fourth key that I'll be sharing with you, it's that sluggards, they love taking the fundamentals, but they will never want to grow to maturity. Have you ever met people who they just want to study, they just want to sit there and just take course, but they never want to grow to maturity? They're always busy taking courses, the fundamentals of life, but they never want to graduate. Why? Because they are afraid of taking responsibilities. They don't want to take responsibilities. And so because they don't want to take responsibilities, they just want to keep learning the fundamentals of life. They don't want to go deeper. They don't want to go into the deep sea. They don't want to progress in the knowledge of what they already know, because they just want to stay where they are. So sluggards, they love taking the fundamentals, but they don't want to grow to maturity. There are people who just want to get knowledge, but they never want to apply that knowledge in their lives. They don't want to apply the knowledge of what they know. They just want to be taking the basics. And finally, if you are bent on putting diapers for the rest of your life, you will never help others to put on their own diapers. It just simply means that if you refuse to grow, you will never help others to grow. If you refuse to become responsible, never help others in any way, in any other endeavor in life. All right, so these are some of the principles I thought I should share with you today, and I hope you pick up something from this, and I hope to see you in our next conversation. God bless you. Bye-bye.